The final presentation this evening is the presentation of the Distinguished Service Award. And this year, the Distinguished Service Award is the highest honor that Farm Bureau bestows on an individual. We reserve this honor for someone who has truly made a difference in the lives of Mississippi farmers. When it comes to being a service to the farmers of Mississippi, there are very few individuals who can say they've done more than the recipient of this year's Distinguished Service Award. Our winner of the Distinguished Service Award for 2009 is the former county agent and county director, Joe Love. Joe grew up on a farm in rural Oktibbeha County as one of 10 children. After graduating from Mississippi State with a degree from College of Agriculture, Joe began his extension career as an assistant county agent in Washington County. He worked with 4-H clubs and volunteer leaders and helped kids purchase show animals that would do well in county, district, and state livestock shows. He moved to Bolivar County in 1979 as county agent and became the coordinator of the largest farm show, the Delta Ag Expo. He also worked closely with the Bolivar County Farm Bureau in establishing the Rice Promotion Luncheon, which has become an annual event. In 1994, he moved to Lowndes County and changed his focus to animal science. He helped build a successful Lowndes County Cattlemen's Association there. Joe was a very active participant in the Mississippi Association of County Agents, serving in all offices of leadership as he received that organization's Distinguished Service Award in 1987. Joe was awarded the prestigious Extension Worker of the Year Award in 1998. He served Extension well for 30 years before retiring in 1999. But he did not quit serving agriculture. He continued to be involved in the local Cattlemen's Association and other volunteer roles. He also went to work for Pioneer, just another way to serve the agricultural industry he loved so much. Joe passed away on March 26th of this year, and he has surely been missed. His wife, Lorraine, is in the audience. Here to accept the award on his behalf is his daughter, Melanie Beck. Would you please welcome her to the stage. Okay. We'll get a picture.
Okay. If y'all would bear with me, I'd like to speak for just a minute. I'm so honored to receive this award today on behalf of my father, Joe Love. I know that he would be so humble right now, and he would tell all of you that he really didn't deserve this. It was very evident to those that knew him that his life was dedicated to his family, his farmers, and to helping anyone that came across his path. Helping others was his passion and what kept him going when many of the rest of us would have hung up our hats. It's no surprise to those of you that did know him for me to say that he had such a strong work ethic. He had more drive and determination than anyone I have ever met. Most of you probably don't know where all of this stemmed from. As a young teenager, Joe's leg was severely damaged in a farm accident. The doctor said that he would never walk again. At that point in his life, he was the football star on the high school team. That day, he became the football fan with the greatest drive to once again be the star player. As we all know, he did walk again, but he was never able to run that football like he did as a teenager. He had another setback in '93 when he was 49 years old. Joe was working on his PhD at State, along with being the county agent of Bolivar County, which at that time had the largest farm acreage in Mississippi. One day when he was driving home from State, he had a stroke, and it left him partially paralyzed on one side. Once again, his walking was affected. For many months, he dragged that foot along with him everywhere he went, but he was determined to walk normal again. I remember when in physical therapy they told him he'd have to hang up his boots and wear tennis shoes, yet I thought they killed him. In '94, he transferred from Bolivar County to Lowndes County so that he could be closer to his mother and the family that he had there. He worked there for 5 years and retired from the Extension Service in '99. The very next day, he started for Pioneer Seed. Apparently, no one had ever told him what retirement meant. To him, it was a new way to help farmers. In 2006, when he was 62, he had open heart surgery, and in true Joe fashion, he was right back to work in no time at all. On July the 18th, 2008, my mother called me from the emergency room to tell me they thought Joe had pneumonia and they were going to do some scans. I drove out there immediately to check on them, and as sick as he was laying on that gurney with his cute little backless gown on with a big smile on his face and his boots on. I said, "Have you got boots on?" He said, "Well, of course. Does a kitty cat have a climbing gear?" I don't know if y'all have ever heard that, but that was one of his favorites. That day, Joe was diagnosed with small cell lung cancer, and we found out in the coming days that it had already metastasized to his liver, his spleen, and his bone marrow. By February, Joe's ability to walk was once again affected. The cancer had spread to his spine and his brain, and he could no longer walk. To be slave to a wheelchair was definitely worse than ever having to hang up his boots. At this point, there was nothing more the doctors could do. During his sickness, he never forgot about his farmers. He did his best through all of that to keep up with everyone and to make sure everyone was taken care of. He was fighting as hard as he could to get back in the field and back to all of you. I heard him on the phone with many of you several times, and he would always say, "Oh, I'm doing good. I'll be fine. I'm going to be okay. I'll be back." I guess in telling you all of this from the personal side of his life, I'm trying to say thank you. Thank you to each of you for giving him the will to live, because it was his passion to help all of you. Thank you so much for honoring him today. It's such a comfort to me to know that all of you treasured him as much as I did. And just in case you wondered, we buried him in his favorite dress boots.